Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the Missouri Tigers will be in a hole thanks to that short return. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 pass.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Takes the easy completion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll give it to him again. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Give to the single back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. When those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Dropping back, it's Benedict. Grabs it in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. The give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So the 16-play drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Gets away from one, finds some space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him.
And he intercepts it. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On the run, fires downfield. Working that left side. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll go back to the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's going to pass. Buys a little extra time. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
He's got an open man. Right down the gut of the field. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Florida! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he... the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Just 9 seconds to play here in the half. Let's see if they come out guns a-blazing. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll give it to the back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
The lead, he's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get to him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Looking to throw, it's Benedict. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Made a defender miss. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives him nightmares every night leading up to this game because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Missouri wants to go fast. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Looking to pass on second down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Finds his man, it's Fowler. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll fire to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on the guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, it's Benedict. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch called for and made. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they... moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed him.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Barry. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to pick.
The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Wants to throw. It's Benedict coming after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Samuel. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I'll tell you, the fullback, he's just not a guy that you're going to tackle and catch, right? You got to bring this guy down on the ground. He can make people miss. He's got a little bit of speed. He showed you it right there.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. On Wisconsin, they're darn near perfect offensively today, almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice. They're up 14 over Maryland. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. We're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
It's a draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Got enough space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off, but trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Murphy. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got a man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. You need an onside. You need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Back to pass. It's Benedict. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. He's got it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And they'll get to the line and spike it and stop the clock. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. It's complete.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job of using his hands, and then he's able to
throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Benedict. Looking down the middle. Got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking to throw. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. After this, it'll be a wrap. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular.